Hey y'all, welcome to a new episode of another Black Girl podcast. This this will be airing approximately, let me check, December 11th. So, if today's December 11th and you're listening to this, you've done something right. Um Happy Sunday. By this point of time it'll be like half over, whatever. This is another episode of another Black Girl podcast. Thanks for showing up and thanks for being here. Black Girl Podcast. We're doing our best to make it last. This is another Black Girl Podcast. We're doing our best to make it last. Another Black Girl Podcast. If you like the new theme song, let me know. I only spent a couple seconds on it, but whatever. Happy December. I'm so shocked that it was December. I was at work on like December 2nd, December 1st. I think it was like a Wednesday, and I was like, holy crap. And somebody at work was like, what? Like, what's the issue? And I was like, it's December 1st. Like, it's not even a monumental day for me, but it's like, this is the end of another year. And I mean, like, we take the good with the bad, but like, can you believe we've come to the end of another year, still in the middle of a panoramic? Like, oh my gosh. It's still a panoramic out here? Still? Come on, like, we tired, bro. We tired. And I think the newest strain is like the Omicron, whatever. Like, this is getting to sound real Marvel, like, Avenger-y. I don't know. Whatever. Just please stay safe. Try your best to wear your mask and do your best to wash your hands and to not assemble in large groups, I guess. You know? It's still a very difficult time that we're living in. It's like, do I wear the mask? Like, do I hug people I care about? Do I do all of these things? Do I go into work? Or not? At this point, it's a free-for-all. Just trust your intuition. Trust God if you do, and go. That's all we can do at this point, And we're going into 2022 a little bit wiser, a little bit better, a little stronger, and a little more tired. So, as you prepare for your transition into 2022, make sure you do something for you. Take some rest, use your PTO. Please use your PTO. My manager kind of had to get on me, but we're using it. Come on, like, you've worked for your PTO, you've worked for your 6 days. And if you don't take them, in most cases, I think they don't roll over. Also, sidebar, if you're watching me on YouTube, don't mind my hair. Please don't mind my hair. I was scrolling on TikTok kind of late, and something said, Lauren, it's time. You know what you need to do. So I took off my bonnet and got out of my bed and did the thing. And now we're here. So thanks for hanging out. And if you haven't subscribed or like found my YouTube channel, you can just type in another Black girl. It's the same pictures, the same descriptions, the same like Abby. I don't even know if that's the right name anymore. The same little picture that I use for my podcast on all other platforms is the same picture that I use on YouTube as well. So it should be fairly easy to find me. It's December, and I was thinking about and kind of reflecting on a weird experience that I used to have repeatedly as a child. My sister and I were kind of speaking on the phone, and she was like, do you remember when we used to go over to so-and-so's house on Christmas Eve, and we used to have dinner at this house. These were relatives who we were like connected by marriage to. I hope that makes sense. So it wasn't my direct blood, but it's somebody who like were married together. So we would go over to this like member of the family's house on Thanksgiving. We would have dinner, like we would hang out, and then it was like cool, but we would always like watch their like immediate family exchange gifts and open the gifts on Christmas Eve. And for us, it was a sort of weird experience because like we were there and like we were glad to be there. It was fun. Um, but we always felt like outsiders, you know? No, you know what? I'm not even going to speak for the both of us or for whoever. But for me personally, like it was known, like, okay, you're an outsider. Like you're cool, but I don't think you necessarily belong here. And that's a difficult feeling to like articulate and process as a child. And then, like, if you didn't understand that yet, the nail in the coffin was like sitting down and watching people exchange gifts. And like, these were not cheap gifts. I'm talking like, you could tell like some money, some effort, some overtime went into these gifts. And most times, there wasn't anything for us. And of course, that sounds like, oh, wow, Kim, people are dying. But like, as a child, it was a little weird. Like, I would always leave feeling a little worse. You know, and of course, like, yes, we had some food, we had some drinks, we had a good time, there was music, there was probably some dancing. But, you know, like, as a child, you're like, oh, I want that. You know, like, what about me? Can I get something? And, like, as it became an annual event, one or two people, like, actually, like, remembered us and, like, got us something. I think it's, like, sort of a consolation prize, you know? Like, oh, you're here too, and we don't want you to feel like left out or bad. So, you know, I appreciated that because it was like, it was the effort, you know, like, you don't have to give me the most expensive things. If you can, do it. I'll appreciate it. I'll wear it. I'll tag you on Instagram. But, like, most importantly, it's always the thought, you know? Being thought of is nice. Being thought of is nice. That was the point. But, like, as a child, it was like super traumatic and very awkward. And we would always sit and watch other people open presents. And it would be like the whole family and like the whole immediate family. And the whole immediate family had a lot. Like, these gifts were expensive. When Toys R Us was like in its heyday, like I could tell like hundreds were being spent. And like the adults would get gifts. Like people would hand out money. Like it was like watching Oprah give other people cars and you're also in the studio audience. You know, it was just a weird feeling. And it's not major, like I'm not about to like go cry about it, but it was very strange. And as a child, like I didn't really know how to feel about it because it sounds a little ungrateful, like, oh, what about me, you know? And then like the following day, like you open your own presents, but like that's something that definitely stuck with me. It's something that definitely stuck with me because why wouldn't you just like give the presents? But that's not even my business. It's not my business. And like if people want to open it, like how when you go to baby showers, people open their presents. It's a little awkward because everybody's like looking at you and there's a lot of pressure. It's so stressful. And like we need to see how you react. Like now that you're gonna open it, we need to see how you're gonna react. Like, do you like it? Do you secretly hate it? That was kind of fun. I have to admit, that was really fun to see people open presents, especially the children, because they don't know how to like mask their like true feelings yet. That was hilarious. It was iconic. Sorry if you like heard me on just now, but it was iconic. That part was fun, but it was a little difficult. And I think like one year me and my sister and I spoke to my parents about it, and they were like, "Yeah, that's fine. Like, we understand you feel bad, but you're opening gifts tomorrow. Like, don't feel bad. Like you're being thought of somewhere else." But like, you know, if it makes your kids feel bad, maybe like, I don't know, leave, or like make sure they don't feel bad, have a talk with them before, that type of thing. You know, I feel like around the holidays, a lot of parents, like, they don't give a F. Like a lot of parents don't really care. Like, oh, I'm here. This is for me. Go play with your cousins and leave me alone while I drink this eggnog and take a nap. Or like do some, I don't know. But in this holiday season, like, I don't know, be considerate. Let's keep others in mind. Because you never know how somebody else is feeling on the other side of the table, on the other side of the dance floor, on the other side of whatever else. Because there's always another side. And of course, like, it's not always to be judgmental and like be super touchy about it. But if you feel away, like, you feel away. If something makes you feel uncomfy, if something makes you feel bad, this holiday season, if something makes you feel bad and you've recognized and identified a pattern that always results in you feeling a little gross, don't engage. Disrupt the pattern. Like, this isn't a time to feel bad. And I know that sounds a little privileged because I know that people have traumas developed around this specific time of year. And it's hard for a lot of people. So first and foremost, make sure you take care of yourself. Second, try to think of others. Try to be considerate. Try to keep someone else in mind. I know it's hard. I definitely know it's hard. And maybe you can't hug them. Oh, sorry. Maybe you can't hug them. Maybe you can't, like, party and celebrate the ways that you're used to. But, like, there are other ways to show love and appreciation and spend time together. If anything, this pandemic has shown me how to be creative, If nothing else, the holiday season is a time for, like, creativity, healing, reconciliation, and sleep. So again, like, please, please, please take that PTO, take that nap, and do what you can for yourself. Do what you can for yourself. And I mean, like, if you fell off the workout bandwagon, if you fell off a bandwagon, again, it's the holiday season. Try not to beat yourself up about it too much. If you said you were only going to eat 70 grams of protein and no carbs, and that you were going to do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day, listen, try to stick to it. But if you fall off the wagon, like, of course you're going to fall off the wagon. There's macaroni and cheese and yams. Like, there's collard greens, there's corn, like, there's all of it. Come on, there's stuffing. Oh, sorry. Like, of course. If you have food goals, if you have workout goals, try, but don't beat yourself up. And it's almost New Year's resolution time. So whatever your goal was at the end of the year, pick it back up and make it your New Year's resolution. Like, you've already gotten a head start. For the most part, you've been acclimated to it. You just kind of fell off the bandwagon, with like the cakes, the pies, the rice, the carbs, whatever. You get the point. And I've noticed, like, a little bit in my adult years, as time comes with a lot of pressure. There's so much pressure to, like, adult during the holiday season. Holy crap. Like, it didn't hit me till a couple years ago. I was like, oh my God, there's so much food here and someone has to pay for it. Someone, like, in real time brought these groceries. Someone in real time bought everything. And not just bought. They had to cook it. They had to prepare it. They had to prepare the menu. They had to go out, get the groceries. They had to cook it by a certain time. And invite people and then clean it up? Listen. Adulting during the holiday season, I haven't even completely done it on my own yet. And I don't want to, honestly, because it's a lot of work. Like, it's hard. There's a lot of pressure. And if you're inviting people over, then you have to invite them by a certain time. The food has to be done by the time you invite them. Everything has to be set. Everything has to be nice. Everything has to be clean. Like, just take a nap. Eat some turkey when you wake up. Take a nap. And then, like, if you have family members who aren't ready by the time that dinner is, if you can't tell, there was a little bit of conflict around the turkey. There was a little bit of conflict around the turkey on Indigenous Peoples Day. Was I really going to say Indigenous Peoples Day? Wow. On Thanksgiving Day, there was a little beef over the turkey. That was a good one. There was a little beef over the turkey. Yeah, but the holiday season brings a lot of pressure. Don't stress yourself out, honestly. 10 times out of 10, the menu is the same thing it was last year or the year before. 10 times out of 10, the recipe is almost the same. Like 10 times out of 10, the same song's going to be playing. The same drinks are still going to be, like, come on, the same people are still going to be there. It's nothing new. Don't stress yourself out. You know, life is short. And how do you look? Getting stressed out over dinner time? There are greater things in life. Like, come on. Watch a tree lighting. Watch a Lifetime movie. Drink some eggnog. There's so much more to life than being stressed out over dinner or the holiday season or the tree. Like, again, Kim, people are dying. Yeah. Honestly, that's it. But, like, that's it. In short, holiday season, a lot of pressure. Take your you time. If something gives you, like, the ick, if something makes you feel weird, please don't do it. Try not to do it. If it's detrimental to you and your mental health, don't do it. Because there are some things that you might need to do that give you the ick. Sometimes, like, eating vegetables that aren't, like, well prepared. If I'm in a rush and I buy them from somewhere, they give me the ick. But sometimes, like, you gotta eat it. You need those veggies for the day. Just throw some hot sauce on it and, you know, it'll be okay. All in all, this holiday season will be okay. And just like all other things, it's going to come to an end. Seasons change, holidays end. That's it. So don't stress yourself out. Be good to yourself, please. And enjoy your holiday, you know? Hug a baby, pet a dog. Don't kiss anyone under the mistletoe. Red flag. Do not. We're still in a panoramic. We're still in a pond to replay. Don't kiss anybody under that mistletoe. Okay? Send them an emoji. Put an effect on it. That's it. That's it. So, have a good day. Listen to Mariah Carey's Christmas song. And that's it. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. I hope you have a great upcoming week. I hope you don't have any stress. I hope you have some PTO coming up before the year ends. Yeah. And I'll catch you on the flip side of this week, the same time. I think. Is it the same time? Yeah. It's going to be the same time. So thanks for hanging out.
This is another Black
Have
Girl
a great week.
Podcast. We're doing our best to make it last.
This is another Black Girl Podcast. We're doing our best to make it last. Another Black Girl Podcast.
Bye, y'all.